back to 360 Strong Women. Today we're going to make a black bean and lentil soup. Let me go over the ingredients and then we're going to get cooking in the kitchen. What we're going to need is a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, 2 cloves of garlic or a half a teaspoon of garlic powder. And then you're going to need 1 yellow onion diced up, and I began to chop mine up. 2 carrots, or about a half a cup, I shredded mine, carrots. You're going to need 15 ounces of diced tomatoes, and I'm using the no salt added diced tomatoes. You need a cup of dried lentils, and you can use any color you want. We're using red lentils today. 15 ounces of low sodium to no salt black beans. You're going to rinse those. And then I need a teaspoon of chili powder, a half a teaspoon of cumin, a half a teaspoon of coarse black pepper, a half a teaspoon of crushed red pepper, and 4 cups of broth. And then we're going to add it all to our Dutch pan, cook it down. It's going to make like a stew rather than pureed. I'm not going to puree it down with my soup immersion, so it's going to be more of a chunky soup. So let's get cooking. I'm putting my tablespoon of olive oil in. I use extra virgin olive oil. And then I'm going to put my garlic in. I'm using garlic powder today, but you could use cloves. I just didn't have any. And we're going to put that in our oven. So you're going to saute that down along with your carrots. So I've already measured out my carrots. I shredded mine down. You can buy shredded carrots. If you want them diced, you could dice your carrots. And then I'm going to finish chopping up my onion, and we're going to start to saute those vegetables in our Dutch oven. I'm going to go ahead and turn my oven on just to start to get it heated up. Now what you could do is heat up your pan, get your oil nice and hot, and then begin to add your vegetables. Depending on how your stove is, whether it heats up very quickly or not. We don't want to burn our vegetables. We just want to saute them down till they're a little softer. And I'm just rough chopping my onions. You could, if you don't like onions, you could use scallions or green onions. I'm just rough chopping my onions, and then I'm going to, it's going to look like that. Go ahead and put them into my Dutch oven. Stir that down. So I've got my garlic, I've got my carrots, my olive oil, and my onions. I'm stirring that all down as I begin to saute that. Then we're going to cook that down until our onions are nice and sauteed and tender. About 5 minutes. It's going to take about 5 minutes. And then I'm going to begin to add the rest of my ingredients. We're going to bring it to a boil under cover over medium heat. Then I'm going to reduce it to simmer, and I'm going to cook it until the lentils and the carrots are tender. Approximately 25 minutes, and then you are ready to eat. Okay, so as you see, we are cooking down we've got our onions sauteed, we're cooking down the carrots. I'm adding the ingredients, so I've just added our diced tomatoes, and then all I have left are the black beans, the lentils, and the broth, and we're going to cook that down until it simmers nicely and cooks everything down. And you want to make sure that your lentils are cooked through and they're nice and soft. I also would suggest that when you put your black beans in, you're going to rinse your black beans first. Okay, we've got our black beans in. I'm just putting in the dried lentils. We're going to add the broth, and then we're going to start to simmer this down. And now we have everything in the pot. It's going to simmer down with the lid on at medium heat. Once it comes to a boil, I'm going to turn it down to simmer and then let it simmer for about 25 minutes, just till the lentils are nice and soft and cooked through, and then we can eat. And there we have it. It took about 25 minutes to simmer this down until everything was cooked nice and tender. Now, remember that lentils will absorb a lot of liquid. So if you feel like you have leftovers, you may need a little extra broth to add to this, but it is very nice and thick. It's full of fiber and full of protein. So I hope you enjoy this savory, hot autumn soup. It's great for when the cold weather comes. Enjoy it. Don't forget to hit our button, like, subscribe, and share to our channel for more healthy recipes.